All right, we're live. We're live. Let's just make sure that we have this. Uh, hello, 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 hello. All right, let's just make sure that we have the right audio system plugged in. Hello. Okay. Let's see if I can get the right audio tool plugged in. Let's see here. Welcome. If you can hear me clearly, just give me a thumbs up. Give the video a thumbs up if you're live and you can hear me clearly. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm trying to verify some other way right now, and we'll take it from there. All right. It looks like we're using the inbuilt audio system here. We should be good though. All right. What's going on, guys? This is all coming to you live. I don't think I need this. What's happening? Today we're talking about how much money you need to start wholesaling real estate. Okay, that's what we're talking about today. Let's have some fun talking about that. And meanwhile, if you're brand new here, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. We have some exciting things we can always talk about with regards to wholesaling real estate. Wholesaling real estate is the heart and the science of finding deeply discounted properties and then flipping them for profit. Okay. There are three major pillars in that equation, and that's something I always ask you to pay attention to. There are three pillars, and that's value, automation, and people. Without those three things in this time and age, you will struggle, and this business may never make sense to you. When I say make sense, I mean make sense, as in like dollars, right? So if you don't understand those three core pillars, value, automation, and people, and you need lots and lots and lots of those three things. The middle core pillar right there, the automation, is dependent on how much people you're dealing with. Then obviously how much value you want to give out. The more value you put out into the marketplace, the more money you're gonna make. That's the way it works, okay? And it's not the more value you give to one person, the more value you give out, period. Okay. And there's a lot of people that will mistake those two things together. They say, hey, just the more value you give to a person. No, there's only so much value any one human being can take in. All right. So it's actually the more value you put out into the marketplace. And that's where automation comes in. So hello, hello, hello. Yeah, if you can serve more people in any given, the more people you can serve, obviously, the better. All right. The more people you can serve, the better. The more value you can put out, the better. Because obviously, the more people you means as long as more people are getting more value. So that's wholesaling real estate very quickly. So the question today that I want to answer is how much money do you need to start wholesaling real estate? Okay. Let me just make sure that's the specific question. How much money to start wholesaling real estate? That's the real question. All right. So that depends obviously on how much value you want to put out on the marketplace and how fast you want to do that. Right. It depends on all of that. So there are quite a few marketing strategies in the game of wholesaling real estate. So now, just in case you're brand new here, make sure you go to smartrealestatewholesaling.com. That's where you're going to learn this in detail. That's smartrealestatewholesaling.com. You'll be able to download my book. It's a 300 pages book, and it's also available on audio, Kindle, paperback, whatever option you prefer it to be delivered in is available at Smart Real Estate Wholesaling, where I covered the three pillars in details. The idea is we buy houses and we sell, okay? But it's a little bit unique and different when it comes to wholesaling real estate. Now, the idea is still buy houses and you sell houses. It's different from a real estate agent. A real estate agent is the person who represents either a buyer or a seller. They're representing them. They're not buying or selling. They're representing them. They're representing their interest. As a wholesaler, you're representing your own profit driven interest. Okay? You're doing this because you want to make profit. You cannot make profit sustainably unless you're giving out value. So, the value you're going to put out into the marketplace has to do with something you can give on to a distressed homeowner, a distressed property owner, something that can fix a problem for them, something that can solve a problem for them, something that can add value to their life, something that can replace pain in their life, right? So, because of that, we target a certain type of demographic uh, that probably comprises about 10, less than 15% of all of homeowners, people that are distressed, people that own a home. Oh, sorry, I said home or home. It's people that own a home, right? But that's causing them some kind of distress, you know? And there's tons of people like that in this game. Let's see here. Somebody's texting me some business. Uh-oh. It's random. You have to call from Nigeria. All right, so random. But anyway, yeah, something that can that will relieve their stress, right? So, for example, someone going to through the divorce, right, and they have a home, they both can't live in the property anymore. Everybody's hungry, everybody's mad at each other. Maybe not mad at each other, but they basically have to dispose the property that's basically consuming resources in the form of property taxes. They're paying mortgages on the house, but no one lives there, right? So if in that kind of case, they have to look for someone to help them get rid of the property, you know, and you may be the person to help them do that by simply buying it or basically connecting that property with the person that's going to buy that property. Does that make sense? All right. So now I know it's a Monday. You know, everyone is getting off to a slow start, but don't do that. I want you to get pumped up right now. Okay. If you're watching this video on a Monday night or anything like that, make sure you're pumped up starting on Monday morning because that's what sets you apart from the rest of the world. Okay. So I just wanted to put that in there real quick. On a Monday, are you excited to get to making some money? Are you excited to get into build some business, to get into bringing some more income, right? The excitement is really, really key. The process of getting excited is even better of a key, right? And if you're dead on a Monday like most people, where you'll be broke like most people. What do I mean broke like most people? Well, um, exactly about 95% of people that work for 40 years by the age 65, they really can't take care of themselves without going back to work. Okay. And that's a big problem. Okay. That's statistically, that means most people are broke. All right. So just keep that in mind that you don't want to act like most people. Most people are kind of like dead on a Monday. You need to be excited, already bringing in money by 5 a.m. on a Monday morning. That's where you want to be. So if you're watching this at 3 p.m. or beyond on a Monday, you're already late if you haven't brought in at least $1,000 today. You're already late. So what does that mean? You need to fix something about the way you bring in income. So I needed to tell you that. And it doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter how happy you think you are. You're probably not. Okay. You probably wait till some kind of bill comes in and then you're depressed all of a sudden. So you need to fix that. Above all, you need to fix income. And that's something that wholesaling can bring to you from a almost immediate standpoint, near standpoint, like near term, like as in like short term standpoint, and of course in the long term, you want to be able to build a rental a portfolio that can pay you while you're in your sleep. And if you haven't started to work on how you're going to bring in income while you're in your sleep, right? If you haven't started to really work on that, then you will basically lose sleep over bills. Okay, that's a big problem to have, and I think you know that if you're an adult in America already. So back to how much money do you need to start wholesaling real estate? You can do it for as low as $500. Okay, you can do it for as low as $500. Can it be lower than that? It really depends on how much resources of time or money do you have? Okay, so if you have more time than you have money, right, then you can put that time to work, basically. All right, you can put time to work, and you could get some things going. Okay, and exactly how you're going to allocate that resource of time, that's something I cannot cover beyond the scope of this video. Okay, we have to go through training, tell you what tools. So basically, that $500 or $300, whatever you have, we're going to allocate whatever you have to certain tools that will help you leverage the actual resource that you have more of. But the goal is this. This is key. The goal is to get to a place where you can have more money working for you than time, because the only reason you should ever come into this game is because you want freedom. Okay, freedom of time freedom. All right, not necessarily financial freedom yet. If you have time freedom, you can figure everything else out, right? So if you have a little bit more money than you have time, then this business becomes that much more easier for you, because you can drive some data and use that data to scale up on what's working and scale down on what's not working, to scale up on the winners and kill the losers. Basically, you'll be able to collect data and see what people are responding to, because the game of wholesaling, remember, you're looking for discounted property. So let me take that back. You're actually looking for people that control discounted properties, people that control a property in a situation where they're in a distress and you can add some kind of value, right? You want to be able to do that on a with numbers. Okay, so you can collect enough data and basically find out what's working and what's not working, and continue to scale that way. So imagine like 3 to 6 months from now, right? You're able to see enough data of some things that are working and enough data of some things that are not working, and then you spend more of your resources, time or money, right, on the things that are working. Well, by the way, that's going to be difficult if all you're depending on is time, and scale down on the things that are not working. The problem with trying to scale time is you have a limited amount of time in any given day. You have what do you have? You have 24 hours. Okay. So you can only scale beyond a certain amount of time, because if all you have is time, you claim to yourself, you convince yourself, maybe a guru or a guru helped you convince yourself that all you have is time, right? And then you get to 2 3 hours a day, you got to take care of the babies, you got to go to your regular job, and then you find out that you don't have enough time for this, and then you're limited on time. We're all limited on time, so you can't scale on time, on putting time into the game. The only thing you can scale on is money. Okay, money and other people's time potentially. Okay, so for example, driving for dollars. I like picking on driving for dollars because I personally hate I passionately hate how they're propagating the idea of personally driving for dollars. Personally driving for dollars is the worst way for you to put resources, your time resources, into this game. Now, if you're doing it on an enterprise level, meaning you're hiring people to do drive for dollars indefinitely, you're doing it on a scale, meaning you understand that that's going to have a almost zero retention rate, right? That means you're always putting people through your funnel. Yes, funnels. Yes, I use the language funnel, marketing funnel, right? You're always putting people through your drive for dollars funnel so they can drive for dollars for you, not you personally. Then you can scale on that because there's 7 billion people in the world, right? But if you want to scale your own time, that's not possible because you only have 24 hours in a day, and then you have to share that between your job, between the family, between the kids, between your regular stuff you have to do. Before you have to sleep a little bit, right? At least you're sleeping 1 hour a day, right? I hope a lot more than that, right? So basically, it depends on how much resources between money and time you have. The key thing, the goal is to have enough more money very soon to invest in the game that you have time. Okay, if you have that, you can allocate $500 and get started, buy some tools, then invest a little bit of time, an hour to 2 hours per day, into doing this. Eventually, you want as low as possible of your time, so you can have some freedom, and then the business is running itself because it's running on a system that works, and it's money that you have because you're making money, so you're able to reinvest money back into scaling the business up. But the key thing is the successful ones in this game always think about scalability from the beginning. They're thinking about scaling from the beginning. They don't wait until last minute or until they close a deal, quote unquote. I just want to close the deal first, right? They don't wait until that before before they decide to scale. Okay, so it's a bad idea to say, hey, I'm going to wait for a deal. No, you got to think like a business owner starting now. Okay, you got to think like a business owner starting right now. If you're thinking like a business owner starting right now, you put yourself ahead of most people. Most people need to close one deal first before they can believe and then perpetually build a business. Well, you can perpetually perpetuate the thought that you can win in this game by simply believing that you already did it. You have to feel. That's one of the coachings that I do is I have to get people to think, to start assuming they already closed the deal. Because if they don't do that, there's a certain way they discount their mindset from getting to the level they need to be in order to close deals. All right. So that's something I wanted to share with you. So that's really the true answer to that question. How much? You can go as low as $500. You can go as high as, if you're starting off, I don't suggest investing more than $1,000 into marketing, okay? Specifically into marketing and tools, not your education. You can invest as much as you need to in your education. You can invest as much as $50,000, $100,000 in the education. It's worth it because if you never quit on yourself, this game will pay you handsomely, okay? But so because education can never be too expensive, in my opinion, okay? If you think education is expensive, try ignorance. That's a saying. I didn't say that. All right. But when it comes to tools and marketing, I don't suggest going too fast early because you increase your chances of crashing and burning by doing that. But with the right mentorship and coaching, there's a right pace. That's a right pace depending on your particular situation where you need to start from, and then you scale up gradually from then. And then at some point, things are gonna naturally blow up. Not because you blow it up by force, because if you blow anything up by force, it will crash and burn. All right. So that's some of the things that you probably won't hear a lot about when it comes to this topic of how much exactly should I start wholesaling your real estate business with? And I don't know if I said that right, but you get it. How much exactly should I have to start wholesaling real estate? All right. So now, with that being said, we can't really leave our live session without answering a few Q&A question. So let's see what some people are saying today. And by the way, find Smart Real Estate Wholesaling group on Facebook. Just search for it. All right. And, you know, just search for it. And on Facebook, you find our group and join. And then you get approved within, usually within a few hours. Okay. Okay, so somebody is asking, has anyone called "We Buy Houses" sign just to go to voicemail with no return call? The ratio of bandit signs to actual competition is lower than you think. To actual competition is actually lower than think. Even speaking to a few of them for potential partnerships. A lot of wholesalers seem to be hobbyist, with many hesitant to even JV. All right, I guess that's a question somewhat. So the idea here is some people teach that you should go call other people's bandit signs to potentially partner with them. Okay. All right. Here's my experience with that. I'm going to be straight up honest with you. When you call other people's bandit sign that was designed um, to collect motivated sellers calls, right? It's a little annoying, okay? It's annoying. Let me just straight up tell you, okay? I don't know if you feel the same way. You ever put up bandit sign, somebody called your number and say, hey, I'm a wholesaler, I'm looking to partner. Right. Like a regular, not a regular person is annoying. Okay. A person that has built themselves up a little bit is probably like, this is never wrong to partner with other people or to be open to partner with other people. But keep in mind, you're dealing with human beings at the end of the day. Just keep in mind that you're dealing with human beings. Either they are in wholesaling, they are other wholesalers, investors, gurus, gurus. You're dealing with human psychology at the end of the day, and their natural knee-jerk reaction is to be defensive and to see things as a form of attack, because they have their own agenda of why they put that message there in the first place, and that's to collect leads from motivated sellers. And now you're calling and you don't have any value to offer upfront, but the only thing you're going to ask for is how you're going to make money, which is partnership, right? So that falls on the side of annoying for most people, like literally 99% of the people you call. Okay, so I don't advise that anyone should approach this business again with any one of these gimmicky free marketing form of anything, because you will shoot yourself on the legs more than often by annoying people, by just by making people save your name as blacklisted wholesaler or something like that. Not like I've done that, but we have sort of ways of doing that. We save your name as a wholesaler. If a wholesaler is calling me in the future, uh, instead of me picking up the phone, I may be busy with other things as I am, and then I'll let them go to voicemail as opposed to picking up that phone as a person that's always ready to give me some money, right? So now that's different from calling the bandit signs of a home that's for sale, right? Or calling a home that's for sale by owner. Obviously, they're looking for more people to call about the property. And so basically, the key thing I'm telling you there is always think ahead of the person that's about to receive the call, the person that's about to receive your marketing message of any sort, right? Always think ahead of that, right? Are you going to annoy them more? Is that potentially what you're going to do more? Or are you going to piss them off, or they're going to be happy to hear from you, right? Which is why the first word you say, or whatever you say in the first 3 seconds of any call or marketing, is very important, because you don't want to start on the wrong foot, right? You want to start on the right foot. That's the idea, right? That's basically what you want to be doing, okay? So that's something to keep in mind. So the person continues. So has anyone called the "We Buy Houses" signs just to go to voicemail with no return call? Well, they're not returning your call. I will if you call my bandit signs, and I don't do bandit signs, by the way. I don't do bandit signs because they are borderline illegal, right? And I don't like to build my business that way. The way I like to operate is cold calling, text messages, Facebook marketing. Those three solid ones right there, okay? And depending on the situation, sometimes direct mailing. Direct mailing is just very hard to track. You don't. It's hard to track if you're on less than $5,000 monthly marketing budget. Okay, and I like the idea of tracking the progress of what I'm doing, right? And that's where, and again, automation comes in with this business. As a matter of fact, tracking is a major class that I take with my coaching clients. So just keep that in mind. Okay. If you're interested in being a coaching client of mine, you have to be pre-qualified through 3secrets to firstdeal.com. Just go to 3secrets to firstdeal.com. All right. So even speaking to a few of them for potential partnerships, a lot of wholesalers seem to be hobbies with many hesitants to even JV. They're hesitant to JV because JV does not mean money. In fact, majority of JVs means $0. Okay, so if someone is any serious and they put up bandit signs, the least thing they want to do is spend time chit chatting over the phone, and there's no house or there's no real property to go after. There's no real lead to talk to. It's a waste of time. It becomes for many people. So how can you produce leads for the marketplace? That's the most open place. Either leads of buyers or leads of sellers. Being able to provide leads for the marketplace is the place where you're going to provide the most value. So that means that's the place where you're going to make the most money. So if you're looking for shortcuts, sorry about the noise, by the way. If you're looking for shortcuts, you're going to have a big problem. Okay, shortcuts like other people's leads, right? You're gonna be waiting in the sideline for a long time, because remember, other people are looking for shortcuts like you, most other people. So you're absolutely right in the sense of the ratio of bandit signs to actual competition is lower. In the sense of people taking action, yes, it's not too many people. There are more people commenting on YouTube than actual taking action. So you're absolutely right about that. However, there are more people consuming hours upon hours of YouTube than actually closing deals, obviously, right? So just keep that in mind. So I think that was a great point of talk. Hmm. All right. So this is actually a great point here. Let's talk about this one here. Sorry about the noise. Behind my hotel room, somebody decided that this is the right time for them to make that noise. What can I do? Somebody says, if you think abandoned properties are your target, you're not paying attention enough. Focused on the napkins. You're focused on the napkins and not the meal. Yeah, this person must have been watching my videos. Yep. So I don't know if you understand what that is. Abandoned properties, vacant properties. That's what people collect from driving for dollars, obviously, right? This is one of the reasons why I think driving for dollars is one of the least productive activity you can have in your business. Okay, one of the least, probably the least. Okay. Um. So now that's a great point. You're focused on the napkins, not the meal. The meal is the people. Well, you're not trying to eat up on people, but people are the people that brings business to you. They're the one that brings the property. Your money is in hands of other people right now. The money you're gonna make is in hands of other people. So, the core pillar, third core pillar is people. Okay, and that's it. And that's why that's it. And that's why value is core pillar, first core pillar, because you need to be serving people. All right. If you're not serving people, you're gonna struggle until your business dies off. Your business is going to struggle to death if you're focused on just properties. Uh, the idea is not the properties. The P is not properties, people. There's people that control those properties that have problems. People, property, problems. Three P's, right? Actually, I have a different three P, but think of it that way. People, property, problems, right? Those three things need to kind of line up in order for you to make money. So that's why you focus on motivated sellers. Motivated sellers mean they have a real reason why they need to get rid of a property. Sorry about the noise again, because it's actually bothering me, but I think hopefully the computer picks up my voice more than anything else. All right, so motivated sellers, people that have a real reason, a motivated reason to get rid of a property, not to sell. Okay, to sell is, oh, I may just want money, right? If that's the goal, then you need to connect them with a realtor so they can get the most money, and then you still make money. Then that's still you solving problem, right? So just keep that in mind. So somebody says, so what should one be focused on to get meal? That's a good question. Somebody, everything else. Let's see. So somebody says tired landlords have been a gold mine for me. Well, tired landlords are human beings, not properties, right? So tired landlords, people don't know. You need to be precise about your mindset on the difference between some terminologies. Okay, when you say tired landlord, some people really don't think it through enough to see that that's different from a property. A property is a property, a house, an actual house. Okay, a property, a piece of real estate property. A landlord is a human being. Okay, you need to be dealing with the human beings. Find the human beings that have the problems attached to these properties. Okay, people, problem, properties. You need all three to align together. Okay, people, problem, properties. People, problem, properties. All right, needs to align. Properties, problem, no people, zero money. Does that make sense? Property, problems, vacant properties, right? Divorce, but no contact information for a human being. Zero, no money. Okay. All right. So somebody said that's deep. Yeah, I had to learn that that's deep because I thought that was easy for me because I was lucky enough to have been mentored by somebody who gave me the blueprint for marketing as opposed to, hey, we wholesale, we just wholesale, we just hang out on YouTube and wholesale. We're wholesalers on YouTube. I closed my first deal in 2005. So at that time, I feel like, well, it's not a lot of people. I don't consider people competition. People means money to me as far as I'm concerned. But a lot of people wholesaling, right? It means money to me. Okay, you just need to think it through properly how you funnel those people through the right channel. So, for example, I'm helping people convert from just YouTube wholesalers to real wholesalers, meaning they got to start marketing, taking action, right? That's what I that's one of my major plays that I focus on, right? Educating people properly, right? Because but I still understand that people equals to money, right? Some people look at other people coming to wholesale as competition. I don't. I ultimately I don't think so. I think that's a good thing. If anything, we just got to educate them. We got to invest more in education. If anything, all right. So somebody said balanced meal with different items on the plate is healthier than one item only. Abandoned properties are on the plate, even if they're a side dish. No, no, wrong, wrong. Abandoned properties are just properties. They're everywhere. You could go to any urban market, any major city, major big city. You will see enough abandoned properties. So that means it doesn't equal to money, because if it did, somebody else would have fixed it, right? It could be an extremely bad neighborhood or something like that. Other people would have fixed it fast enough before you get there if it really means money. So it doesn't always mean money. It could mean hidden money. People can sleep on that sometimes. People can sleep on opportunities. For example, I tell people Newark, New Jersey, don't sleep on it, because it's literally on the corridor that leads right into New York City, into Manhattan. So don't sleep on that. Those properties are like 200, 300, 235, 250 right now. They're going to be worth 500, 600, $700,000. That's what I'm predicting with my limited information. Keep in mind, I have limited information when it comes to market research. But it's happened in Jersey City, it happened in Brooklyn, it's going to happen. So that's just as far as I can see, though. Okay. Um, yeah. That's the person. What I like about this person is that the person is not going back and forth with them, and but people are really scrambling to figure that out. So, what's your ideal target? You know, as people, man, you need to be talking. You need to be collecting data and then converting those data to real people. That means contact information and reaching out to people or having people reach out to you. That's where the money. That's where the money is. Okay, that's really what the money is, and. So if you know people that are scrambling around and looking for this information, just share this video with them. It will help them a lot. People, 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 people. All right. All right. So I think we covered just enough right there. Why don't we just call it a day for today? Because I'm on a project here in Long Island, so I'm a little bit soaked up, a little bit busy. So let's just focus right here. Keep this focused. Share this video. Comment on this video if you have any question. Shout out to everybody commenting. But I'm going to be keeping it short and sweet for probably the next 2 weeks or so. But go ahead and like this video. We will upload some other smaller versions of these videos. Make sure you're watching every video. If you are interested if you're brand new here, I definitely suggest you read my book first. The first book is Smart Real Estate Wholesaling. You need to read it 10 to 15 times. You can get a free audio with audible.com free trial. Go to smartrealestatewholesaling.com. That's where you access it. Also, you can go to Smart Real Estate Wholesaling. I do have a second book we just launched not too long ago. It's called Real Estate Money Secrets, 200 pages, solid gold information. Real Estate Money Secrets. Okay, you can find that at the same place, or you can go to realestatemoneysecrets.com. If you've already been here for a while, you're interested in personal coaching, you've been linking around the bush, and you're ready to take it to the next level, you need to be pre-qualified through 3secretstofirstdeal.com. 3secretstofirstdeal.com. First is numbers, 1ST. 3secretstofirstdeal.com. That's where you want to go. And hopefully you've been enlightened and educated. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up. We'll see you on the next one, and peace.